The state of Montana measures air quality across the state and reports it to the public on todaysair.mt.gov. Today, we will quickly review how to use the Today's Air website, including where the monitoring stations are and what they measure, what health effect categories are and what the color coding means, and how to interpret the current air quality and compare with a health effect category. Each of the dots on the main Today's Air page represents a station where inhalable fine particulate matter is measured. Fine particulate matter is the primary air pollutant of concern in Montana. Inhalable fine particulate matter consists of suspended airborne particles that are less than or equal to 2.5 microns in diameter and is commonly referred to as PM2.5. More information can be found by clicking on each dot on the map or on the city name on a mobile device. This will take you to a site-specific location page, which we will talk about in a moment. Many monitoring sites are set up like this one here in Broadus. The tall structure is a meteorological tower for measuring wind and temperature at the site. The small building is the monitoring shelter. Inside is the equipment that measures concentrations of air pollutants. The spire on top of the shelter takes in air, filters out particles greater than 2.5 microns in diameter, and sends the air inside to the monitoring equipment. This equipment runs 24 hours a day, with the hourly average measurements being displayed on the Today's Air website. In your town, you may see one of these shelters in a local park or at a school. During wildfire season, air quality can vary significantly across the state. In this example, air quality ranges from moderate to hazardous depending on the location. During this time of year, you may see additional dots on the map if temporary monitors are deployed to track wildfire impacts. Health effect categories range from good to hazardous as PM2.5 concentrations increase. The health effects become more severe at higher concentrations. For instance, at unhealthy levels, people with respiratory or heart disease, the elderly, and children should avoid prolonged exertion. Everyone else should limit prolonged exertion. PM2.5 causes more severe health impacts the longer you are exposed. 24-hour averages are what the EPA uses to determine national ambient air quality standards. These should be relied on most when determining how current air quality is impacting your health. The 1-hour and 8-hour averages may be more representative of possible health impacts for short-term exposure. It is important to remember that indoor air quality may or may not be better than the outside conditions depending on the ventilation system used in the building. The color on the map is based on the following logic. If the current 1-hour reading is less than 15 micrograms per cubic meter of air, the dot will be green, indicating good air quality. If the current 1-hour reading is greater than 15 micrograms per cubic meter of air, the color of the dot will represent the worst of the 1, 8, or 24-hour health effect category. In other words, if the 24-hour average is unhealthy and the hourly and 8-hour average is moderate, the dot will be red, indicating unhealthy air quality. As mentioned, each dot on the map represents a monitoring station. Click any of the dots or select the station name on the list to see additional information regarding that particular monitoring station. The monitor site page for each location provides the actual concentration data for each of the 1-hour, 8-hour, and 24-hour averaging times, along with the corresponding health effects category. The top graph displays the hourly concentrations compared to the hourly health effects categories. If you scroll down the page, you will find a table with the 1, 8, and 24-hour average concentrations. These concentrations are also color-coded to match the health effect categories. Additionally, this page provides access to historic monitoring data and health effects for previous days by clicking on the calendar. To recap, the map can give you an overall picture of air quality in the state. The color of each dot on the map represents the worst of the 1, 8, and 24-hour health effect categories, which have recommendations for behavior depending on your medical situation. If hourly concentrations are below 15, the dot will be green. Be sure to click on your city to see how air quality has been changing over time. During wildfire season, further discussions are available by clicking the Wildfire Smoke Outlook link on the main page.